Should be good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not it's time to upgrade your TV. Now, I'm going to make sure we actually have our audio and everything good to go here so we don't have issues like we did in the last stream, but we should be fine. Fingers crossed there. Always trying to figure out new ways to combat my live stream technical difficulties, so God willing, we won't have any of those tonight. Alright, so give me a moment here. As you guys come on, just make sure you ask your questions as usual, and we'll get straight to answering them. Everything looks to be a go on my end. Let me know if you guys can hear me down below, just saying, hey, audio's good, we don't have that robot sound, because I think I fixed it, but I need to make sure that we actually fixed it, because I don't want to have that issue again. Okay, so I'm seeing sounds good. Alright, all should be good. And what's going on? For now, we Gucci. Alright, Andre. I appreciate that, man. Alright, so what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope you guys are enjoying the weekend. So far, we had a pretty crappy Super Bowl sale. Probably the worst I've ever seen. The prices didn't really change all that much. Everything was just like garbage for the most part. What we had was essentially $100 less than barely the sale price. So I would say when you talk about sales, I think this is probably one of the more underwhelming ones. Of course, they're always going to do their clearance events. We know that they're coming out with TVs in summer, as far as summer. So I don't know what this means as far as like the long time, expectations that we can set for these companies to really sale prices. But at the very least, we know that March, April, May, June, July, August, September is going to be bang on from there. Like, it's just the moment late spring hits, they're going to be going at it. So I'm going to start with answering some of you guys' questions, and again, bring them all, and I'm also going to go in the community tab and answer the questions, or rather the topics, because I asked you guys if you guys wanted to like dictate, not really dictate, but like what you want to see as a topic, what we want to talk about today. So I'm going to go through and we're going to talk about some of those things as well. Okay, so we've got I'm going to mess your name up a little bit. Andre Oro 2K. I think that's 24K. I think that's how you say it. Andre Oro 2K. What's going on, man? You said, look at that crown shine. I appreciate that, brother. That's really cool, man. We've got LQBAL Lodi. What's going on? You said, I can get a S546, and you said S546 and the X85 for the same price, extended warranty, different vendors. You said, what do you think is the better choice? All day, every day, the S546 overall. It, honestly speaking, like from like not even a budget perspective, but like just being a TV in general, I found it to be really, really impressive. So I think, honestly speaking, obviously going up against something a little bit less exciting, like the X85J, I would say just do that. Save yourself the hassle of looking around, because that's a great TV. It really is. Alright, so sounds good. What's going on, Craig? What's going on? Everybody's here. Audio's good. You crispy, don't forget to hit that like. What's going on, Anonymous? We've got audio's good. What's up? Alright, so we're all good to go here. We got hello again from midnight in the UK. Man, James, man, you're out there in the UK at midnight. I appreciate that. That's what's up. Showing the love, coming out, and just supporting what we do here. Appreciate it. We've got, please take the time to like. Thanks in advance. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, make sure you guys destroy that like button. Let's have a good time tonight. Alright, so what's your top TV from CES, and why is it the Sony X? You already know what it is. You're like, what is your top TV? What's your top TV from CES, and why is it the Sony X95K? So to dive in it a little bit more, back in 2016, as I've been saying, the Z9D was basically the it when you talk about TVs. Like, there wasn't a TV that was like more like sensational than the Z9D, and still to this day, we don't have one that's equally as bright, deep black levels. It just hit a lot of the things from dynamic range to color, everything. Like, it was like almost a total package, motion being the part that's a little, But other than that, it was a pretty damn good TV, and we could forgive the motion overall. So I think, like, honestly, it was one of those TVs that really excited me, master backlight drives and all that. Now, introduce mini LED, that stuff's coming back. So now we have a reason to be even more excited, because now we're going to get that wonderful quality that we've come to expect from Sony as far as black levels, fingers crossed, right? But I mean, it's a step more than that. It's now we're getting the next generation XR processor, because I can only imagine they've had a year to figure it out, right? Now this year they should be at their refined point where they're making little tweaks to improve clarity and things like that. You know, they're talking about all different types of triluminous and motionless and whatever gimmick they want to throw out, but I can't wait to see what it's like. But especially with the mini LED, that has me most excited because Sony has never been in the mini LED game. And mini LED is like the replacement for full array, right? Because it's smaller, more zones, that kind of thing. So if Sony gets this right, they might make a monster, you know what I mean? And we might actually score as consumers. So yeah, that's why it's the best for me that I saw, but I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the LG C2 looks absolutely gorgeous. The pedestal stand, that reminds me a lot of the Z9D, the X930, the X900E type pedestal stands. Like, it's premium. Like, I really like the look of it. So, again, maybe that's something that will end up being a more aesthetically pleasing TV than I'm expecting it to be. I'm kind of not really expecting a whole lot from it, which kind of segues into kind of like the topic for the video, which is like, is it a good time to upgrade your TV, right? We know, like, everybody doesn't have a 4K TV, and everybody doesn't have the most expensive one. Hey, well, hell, we still have some people on TVs from 2009, right? 2006, some even older, because it still turns on. And so it kind of begs the question, like, what am I missing out on now, right? If I'm on one of these older TVs, and it's like, if you're on something like maybe a little bit older like that, you're definitely, I think anything on the market that's like mid-range will blow you away, right? But I think going a step above that, do you really need to upgrade? Well, it honestly, and this is going to sound like a little weird cliche kind of answer, is going to depend on a lot of your needs and a lot of how you use TV. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're somebody that likes to travel the world, right? You're a traveler, you're always going here and there, you're always on the go, family vacations, you come back, you watch TV maybe 4 times out of the year. No, it's not a good time to upgrade your TV. There's no point, you know? Like, you're happy with what you see, leave it where it is. But if you're somebody who's like constantly gaming, watching movies and things like that, then you're absolutely going to want to be on the cutting edge for sure. You're going to want to see the next level. We have a delivery here of a star here for Dorian. I hope I said that. Dorian Mickens. I hope I said that right. Here you go. I'm going to try to get you here. There you go. You're on the Star Wall, the all-star roll here. There we go. Got you there. All right, brother. I want to appreciate you and say thank you for being a member here, joining up, helping the channel out. It really does help us a lot, as you know. So, yeah, most definitely we'll put you up there with the rest of our VIPs. And again, welcome to the VIP family. But what I was saying, excuse me here, still got that cough. It comes and goes. It's the weirdest thing. I'm not dead, though, I promise. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, with the new technology, it's hard because a lot of it is gimmick. Like, so much of it is gimmick. Like, take, for example, the X90J, or A90J, and X90J. They're both targeting, you know, cognitive processing and all that stuff, but, like, I've compared it against my X1E chip, and it's like, it's not better. It's not. It's actually got beaten in a lot of areas. And so it gets to a point where if you have something that's moderately new, right? Like, I see some guys with, like, 2016 TVs, like, oh, man, should I upgrade? No. Like, if you, for example, have a KS8000 or an X900E, or maybe you've got an LG C9, right? I mean, like, you don't really need to upgrade. It might not necessarily be the perfect time to upgrade, because here's what we know. Technology keeps moving forward, and they're talking about what? We want things more saturated, more colorful, more vibrant, and we want them brighter. Well, it's going to get to a point where these things are going to start happening a lot faster and a lot more frequently, and they're just going to come up with new names to keep redefining what that means, right? They're going to be like, okay, this is more saturated, this is more vivid because it has, you know, Triluminous Ultramax plus G5 Ultra, you know, fucking whatever, you know, like, they come up with the weirdest names, but the point is, they're always going to come up with some jargon to tell you the next level of brightness that they say it is. And my point is this, it's like, if you're already sitting pretty with a TV that's over 1,000 nits with the KS8000, you don't need to upgrade. If you're sitting pretty with an OLED that has inky deep black levels, should you really get resold on the self-emissive black level part, the perfect contrast thing all over again? No, of course not. Because at the end of the day, while yeah, the newer TVs exhibit some upgrade in some aspect, it's not enough of an upgrade, in my personal opinion, in some of these cases, not all, some of these cases, to warrant jumping out and getting a new TV. And in fact, honestly, it's actually getting worse. Like, take the TV behind me right now, the Samsung Q8FM. This TV came out in 2018, quantum dots wrapped in metal. One of the biggest selling features to allow it to get ultra vibrant, super bright, that kind of cool stuff. They haven't made a TV like it since. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting, much like I've been waiting for Sony with their master backlight drive to come back, with the Sony X95K, which is, again, why it was my preferred TV from CES. And it's just kind of like we're waiting. So I think, honestly, as we see a lot of the new technology, a lot of it's going to be gimmick, like I keep saying, but I think, if you have something that's good, you kind of already know that, and there's no real need to upgrade. Now, of course, 4K, 120, all that good stuff, that brings a whole new conversation, but, say la vie there. Shout out to Puppet Master for your donation of $10. I really appreciate it. You're helping the channel out, stay independent, and do what we do best. So I definitely want to appreciate you, and you are right here on our all-star wall. I'm going to show you that here, but first I'm going to read your question. We've got, finally got your C1 settings to work properly with my PC. Had to do some wonky inputs, and you said it's not looked washed out. You said looks incredible. Only had to adjust color a bit. Well, I definitely appreciate that, man, and you're definitely on the wall here. I'm just going to signal, my little smoothie to not die. I was going to signal my missus here, but she's already done what I needed. All right, so here you are. You're right here on the All-Star, and you are going to be put on the All-Star wall. So now I can hand this off to my trusty assistant here, and we can get back on with what we're doing after I pick up my phone, of course, because Lord knows, it just fell. Okay, so that's really good. I'm glad to hear that it helped out, and, that's kind of what I do it for. So I'm glad that you were able to see something that looks awesome and incredible. Personally, when I game on the C1, which is pretty much exclusively at this point, if we're being honest. I mean, I use the A8G for, Nintendo Switch exclusively for the most part. I mean, I got my Xbox One X hooked up to it, my PS4 Pro. I don't ever touch those anymore, right? It's like one of those. They just sit there collecting dust, I swear to God. And then you've got, the C1, which is my main bread and butter. I mean, I don't ever game in game mode. I literally can't do it because I'm a casual gamer, right? For me, I'm playing Forza, I'm not doing that competitively. I'm just driving around and jumping off of mountains in Forza Horizon 5, crashing my car. When I'm not doing that, Injustice 2, maybe casually. Spider-Man, I've been getting into that a lot. The PS5 remastered version. Not gonna lie, I'm really disappointed with 2 games that just came out right now, which is that new Pokemon Arceus. Oh my god, it's terrible. The graphics completely threw me off, and it feels too much like Assassin's Creed. It feels to me like they were halfway through making the game and they were like, I mean, hear me on this. We could make a Pokemon game that everybody knows and loves that could actually beat Pokemon Sword and Shield. Or we can make Assassin's Creed, and then we can kind of make you kind of run around and do a bunch of repetitive fetch quests. And I don't know, I'm not into it. I played it day one, took it out, put in Pokemon Sword, and I've actually been binging Pokemon Sword in the Dynamax mode, or whatever, the max layer. Just going and getting all the legendary Pokemon, because I haven't gotten them all. So I'm just doing that instead, because it's just so disappointing. Good bit of news, though. We've got that brand new Mario DLC coming out for Mario Kart 8. That has me hyped. You get 48 new tracks. Not gonna lie, though, a little pissed off that we get 48 tracks, but we don't get a brand new game. There are 48 new tracks you couldn't put into a brand new game. Come on, Nintendo. And of course they're charging $24.99 for it. $25 after tax, well over. And it's just, I don't know, it gets annoying after a while. And then we've got the Uncharted remaster for the PS5. That whole thing was a disappointment in my opinion. I was expecting so much more, to look like the Spider-Man PS5. So, in terms of gaming, when we're talking about the C1, there's a lot that I could get into, but most of it is, honestly, I'm just waiting for, honestly, next week, as we speak, literally a week from now, I'm going to be on the Forbidden West, and I'm going to be tearing it up like the rest of you guys, having the time of my life. That probably will end up being the live stream. I'll probably just be live streaming on the PS5 some way, shape, or form. Not gonna do it the conventional way. I'll probably just film the TV with the camera and keep the music down low. Maybe, I don't know. Because, you know, copyrights and all that, I mean, I swear to God, they hear even the slightest murmur of a song, and you have committed treason, apparently, to these people. So, yeah, it's crazy. But, no, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have fun with it. So, Paris, I appreciate your donation of $5 to the channel. It really helps us out. You say, I have a 65-inch Sony X930E, just bought the C148-inch for my bedroom. I'm really not blown away, so what should I do for, I'm sorry, you said, so, hold on. So what TV should I wait for to come out? Excuse me here. Well, the C1 is mind-blowing, but coming from a 930, I can see how you'd be a little underwhelmed. Now, the thing with the C1 is that it needs to be calibrated. You have to go in and adjust it and all that stuff. Now, you can join the channel, become a member here. I can put the link down below, but essentially, you've got to get those settings right. And I'm telling you, it will blow your mind like nothing else. But you have to get it there, because out of the box, it is very underwhelming. And even if you go into some of the more expert-esque modes like filmmaker or cinema, it's not going to do it for you. So you're going to have to really, really work on optimizing it. I can help you with that. As you know, I can shoot you the link, join up, snag those settings. There are so many C1 settings, like it'd probably be overwhelming. But I do organize them by date, and if you just reach out to me, I'll let you know what does what. But yeah, essentially that's it. I mean, as far as TVs, if you wanted to wait, let's say, you know, you say, hey, on the horizon I see 2022 TVs, maybe I'll wait for that. I would then say wait for something like Sony X95K, LG C2, the Hisense U8H. We have some TCL goodness potentially coming out. It's got me a little bit excited looking over there. So there are some options that we have. And Samsung, of course. They're talking about a new type of technology that they're implementing. I will have to check it out to see if it's any better than what they've been putting out. But, you know, pretty much everyone this year seems to have made some sort of change. I hope it's serious enough to warrant the investment over the C1. But I think the C1's great. I'm honestly, right now, I'm going to call it, man. It's one of the greatest TVs I've seen in a long time. But I did want to appreciate you and show you that you are on the All-Star wall here. Here we go. Show you that. If I could ever get it in the light just right. Oh, wait. We got it. There it is. I appreciate you, Paris, and all of you guys who donated and joined and became members tonight. Seriously, I appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic, and you help us do what we do here, so I really want to thank you. And for everybody who tuned in tonight, seriously, donation or not, thank you. You guys are awesome. All right, so I'm going to try to go back up to the top. We're going to get some more of these questions going. We've got, hi, Quantum, would you buy an 85-inch X90J or the U6G and a 50-inch? A bit of a trick question. I wouldn't buy either of those. I'd make the leap for a TCL S546 instead, because the price point is so similar, and honestly, it's kind of a no-brainer. The problem with the U6G is that it has no motion processing outside of black frame insertion, and the TV's not bright anyway, so you lose a ton of brightness. So I wouldn't do that. And then the X85J, I mean, it's got some issues as far as uniformity, quality control, like with black levels and stuff, so I would avoid that. But then, again, TCL, I'd probably give that a gander first, since the price point is about right. Okay, so we've got, I have an LG B9. Is it worth upgrading to the C1? It can be worth it if you are looking for the right things, I would say. Like, for me, for example, I had the C10 even. And the C10, I got sick of it. I sold it to a subscriber for $500 here on the channel. You know, because while for most people it's a great TV with awesome color, there are things like once you get really into this that like you'll notice. And for me, blood orange red, it was like, why? It just kept coming up as not being true red, pure red, and I couldn't deal with it, so I got rid of it for that reason. But I enjoyed the motion. The black levels were fine. I didn't really like the near black performance. There were some issues there, and there of course are the other issues I've talked about in many videos. But point being, if you don't have like a fundamental like reason like to say I hate it, I mean, maybe no, maybe wait for the newer one, because maybe it could do something a little bit better for you. But I don't know. I think the C1 is a TV that everyone should at least try once in their life, if I'm being honest with you. And nobody paid me to say that. I mean, coming from somebody who was like, you know, you look at me 3 years ago, absolutely hated LG, and now I'm like why didn't they do this day one? If they would have did this, we wouldn't have had all these problems, you know? But like, hey, it is what it is. Now they're finally what they claimed they were back on those other models where they had like people lying and they were paying people off to lie about their crappy image quality. Like, because it was crappy at some points, like the B7 and like C7 series. Like, people were lying, saying it was great with Black Crush everywhere. And then of course, once the next year came out, then they were like, and it improved upon the Black Crush. I'm like, I was right here saying that, getting called out of my name. Look at you guys capping. You know, it was a whole story and whole series. But the point is, for your particular usage, you're really going to have to look at how important color is and clarity is, because those are the two big things that really improve, that and maybe brightness. So, you know, if that matters a lot to you, then yeah. But again, it's not going to be like, you know, 1,000 plus nit brightness. So that's also something, if you were waiting for that, maybe wait for the C2. So we've got a question from Stranger with Candy. That's a funny ass name. Okay, Stranger with Candy says, how does the the 65-inch LG C1 motion compare to the X900E? Been thinking of getting it because of your videos. We just had the chat lag. Hold on, give me a second here. Gotta find it again. Thinking of getting it because of you, and you're why I got the X900E. And then you were saying that you love it, and you're trying to figure out whether to hold off, the price of technology, all that. I mean, as far as motion goes, right? I think the C1 is in a class all of its own. I've had the 900E, and it's been the champion for motion. I say it's literally like dethroned my 900E as far as motion is concerned, in a way that like I wasn't expecting. Because like when you think about motion, you think about clarity, you think about fluidity, panning motions, you know, whether it's horizontal or vertical. And then you think about the artifacts, its ability to control artifacts, then the depth and immersion and motion resolution it adds because motion is clear. And one of the things I want to touch on, because, you know, you'll have guys have their opinions about motion and what's accurate to film and how you should set it and why soap opera effect is so bad. The problem with that logic is, one, it's totally subjective, and two, when we look at things in the real world, they don't have lag or judder to them. And so for me, I always, you know, get in arguments with purists all the time over it, but the main thing is, it does a great job of adding that motion resolution to clear things up and make it very visible, to the point where it's like 3D glasses without 3D. And for me, that's huge, especially in games. Like, you play any video game on the LG C1 with my settings, I promise you won't want to go back, because I didn't want to go back. I was like literally sitting there on my PC enjoying the hell out of it, and the only reason I returned it the first time around is because settings kept graying out. They came out with the game bar update. I got tons of comments in my DMs. Quantum, give it another chance. Quantum, try it out. Hey, they did a new game bar update. It's a huge update. Try it out. Sure as shit, that was the update that fixed all that, and they addressed everything, and I was good to go. And so now here it is. It's still sitting there. So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. So, yeah, I think it's definitely significantly better overall. We have a new member here, Carson Lester. What's going on? Thank you, and welcome for joining the VIP community and family here. I appreciate you. We're going to add you here to the all-star wall. I'm going to try to get this my first try. Look at that. I did not. But I tell you what, we got it the second, third, nope, fourth, up, fifth, up, nope, can't get it. There we go. We got you, buddy. Look at it. All right. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining out. Sorry, I can't get these things to focus. Maybe next time I'll pick a less metallic surface, because it's like really interfering with my ability to show these things off. Still got this annoying cough, by the way. All right. What's going on, KJ? B99, what's going on, brother? And thank you for being a VIP member here at the channel. You said 1 week from Horizon Forbidden West, hyped to see it on my C1. Am I right though? Like, oh my god. And now I made APS settings for, you know, the auto power save mode that you guys were asking for. I just haven't put them out yet. But when I tell you, I was watching Demon Slayer Season 2, the latest episode that just came out. There were moments where I'm just watching it like a child, like that just discovered television for the first time. I'm sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm just like, what is happening right now with these colors? It was crazy beautiful, like insanely, like blown away. Now it's hard because it's like I have so many different settings. For me, it's hard to pick which ones I really like, but like that was definitely something that was like, ding, that's it. You know, so yeah, I can't wait to show you, and maybe you can use those when you play Forbidden West. But bro, yeah, I'm excited for it. All right, so we've got Is This Real Life? Thank you for being a VIP member here, the channel and the community. You said I have the newest TCLT Series 75-inch just sitting here. My daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, threw something at the screen. Big crack, no image now. Do I have options? Ugh, that sucks. I mean, is there a way you can like return it? I mean, like if you bought it online, I mean, I don't know, work something out with a retailer. That sucks. That really sucks. I don't really have a way out of that one. You said that's why I snagged the 77-inch C1, and I love it. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one, man. Damn, that sucks. No way out of that one. Sorry, bud. We've got America First. You said, yo, what's going on, man? We've got, I have over 2,400 hours on my C1. We've got So Nice to See all them shiny crowns. Yes, sir. We've got a lot of kings in here tonight, man. I tell you what. I appreciate all of you members, by the way, for showing up tonight to these live streams along with everybody else. So I really do appreciate you guys. And speaking of members, we've got Mark Bowditch. I hope I said your name correctly. You have a question here. You said TCL R646 75-inch, still a no-go. You said the Hisense U7G 75-inch is an IPS panel. Well, it's hard because like the black crush on the TCL makes it really hard. You can balance it out. It's just a pain in the ass to do so. It's like a lot of extra work, but you can do it, and it is an okay picture as far as that goes. But it's just there's a lot of black crushing, and by black crushing I mean imagine a grayscale from let's just conservatively say 10 to 100. Okay, 100 being 100% white. Okay, and you're losing anything from I'd say 35 all the way down to 10. All that's going to be crushed out. So anytime there's a near black scene, it just turns anything that looks remotely gray black, and it's super inky black, like crushed black. And so it gets to a point where it's like really difficult to make out much of the detail, and it kind of defeats the purpose of the TV altogether. You've really got to work to fix that. So I can't really say that I would go for it, especially we're so close now to spring, and when they start coming out with those models, the newer ones, you're going to definitely want to see those. But, I did see that you're a member for 2 months now. I want to appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the all-star wall here. We got you right here, brother. Hard to see, but there you are, brother, right there. And again, thank you again to everyone tonight. We're filling up an entire star. You guys are fantastic. I really do appreciate all of you guys. I seriously do. But yeah, I can't really say one way or another as far as that goes, because it's hard. I mean, the IPS thing I would stay away from, but when we talk about the TCL, I mean, you have to decide if you're willing to put the work in to get rid of the black crush. It was hard even for me, so I still say I would kind of pass on that one. We've got Jose. You said I have a LG UHD WebOS TV, but I'm not sure if it's the best for gaming. Thoughts, anyone? I mean, it depends on what UHD TV you have. If it's an OLED, you're good. If it's an LED TV, which it sounds like, no bueno. I would get something else. I would. Mechanical Monkey 777. You said best IPTV app or site/place to watch 4K movies for $0. What's everyone using? I know there are Fire Stick options. Anybody wants to let them know, sound off down below. We've got, seriously, I have to pay $4.99 to read my messages. No, that's not a thing. I try to get to everybody, I promise you. But the thing is, when people do super chats, I try to get to it, because what happens is it'll interrupt the entire feed, and it'll jump straight down to the super chat. So then it'll be right there. So it kind of, in most cases, makes sense for me to just read it. Now, I mean, if you have a question, I'm not to be a dick, but instead of complaining, that would have been a great time to get your question read instead of slowing things down here with that. Just saying. All right, so Joshua Jones, you said that's why I do Blu-ray anime on Kaleidoscope for 4K. Why are Hisense dodgy in the UK? Can't answer that one either. What's going on, Flashpoint 5050? Thanks for being a VIP member here, and a long time one at that. I really do appreciate you, brother. You said, what's up? I see you. What's going on? We've got Eric Larson, Eric Larson. You said, hi, Quantum. Do I wait for the C2 or go for the C1? So I'd say this, the C1 is probably not going to be beaten to a substantial degree by the C2. I think the C2 will be brighter. I think it'll have maybe some clarity refinements here and there, but it's going to be extremely hard to completely obliterate what the C1 presents, right? Which is extraordinary value for the dollar, extraordinary features, next level picture quality that's just bar none better than 99.9% of everything I've compared on this channel, which is a lot. We're talking A90J, X90J type territory. We're talking U8G, U9DG. I mean, go down your list. Okay, it's kicking ass in a lot of areas, right? Now, I'd say that would probably be the more ideal way to go about it, as far as which way to go. We've got a donation here from Dashell. I think that's how you say it. Dashell Freeman. Sorry, don't mean to butcher your name. Appreciate your donation of $4.99. You have a question here. You said, is now a good time to buy a 77-inch LG C1? And where do you recommend buying from? You're saying worried about the price to drop soon, but seriously want a TV. Honestly, I think it's like shortly after the Super Bowl. They're probably not going to go down too much more unless you find like an ultra clearance sale sometime in late March, early to mid-April maybe. Then you'll find it, right? But now I think is a fine time to buy because they're pretty much as low as they're going to go. As far as being worried about where to buy one from, I'd say the usual places. You can buy them from Best Buy, Amazon, have them shipped to you. Is probably what you're going to have to do in most cases because the stores don't typically carry those sizes, so you're probably going to have to do that. And those are really like the two places I would recommend you go because it's just kind of what I recommend. But yeah, as far as prices going down and stuff like that, I think for that, your best bet is going through Best Buy because they have like some sort of price guarantee thing where they'll adjust the price within a couple of days. I still think they're doing that. If they're not, ask them. I'm not sure, but that should keep you safe at least for a couple of days if they magically lower the price even further or something crazy like that. But that being said, we had to start a whole new star here, brother, and you are the first one on that star. So I'm going to try to get you there. I'm really bad at this. If you can't tell, come on, let's do it. Oh, we're so close. Okay, kind of got you. There you go. There you go, brother. Right there on the star. I'm telling you, I got to find a less reflective surface, man. I really do, but it is what it is. We're working with it. All right, so hey, I'm not new here, I appreciate you. You said C1, come on, let's talk about WebOS, please. Slow. You said here in Spain it's very slow. Okay, seriously. I get you, I don't have any problems with the C1 and its user interface. I find the C1 to be pretty fast for a lot of things. I definitely think you can get a lot worse and a lot slower and a lot more sluggish, like Vizio. Just saying, it can get worse. Now, as far as, I don't know, anything else, I mean, I think that's kind of personal as far as it being slow and things like that. You can counteract that a little bit by using an external device, like a Blu-ray player or something like that. So, hopefully that helps you out, man. Modesto Garcia, I hope I said that right. You said, thanks, Quantum, for the advice. Just got a U7 65-inch. Thanks again, brother. No problem, man. Glad to help out. CCCC, you say, is the TCL 50-inch Class 5 series QLED 4K Google good for gaming? Yeah, it's fine for gaming, absolutely. We've got Ryan Dan, what's going on? You said my Hisense U8G is muting on occasion, having a delay when audio issue. Having a delayed audio when running Dolby Digital Plus through your soundbar using ARC, eARC, cable certified. Any thoughts on that? I think if you have any issues with that, I would just reach out to them directly, contact IT, have them troubleshoot it, or send a technician out because I don't really have those problems on the U8G, but then to be fair and 100% honest, I'm also not rocking a soundbar on it, but when I was, I also didn't have that problem, so I don't really know how to fix it. because I haven't run across it. So I think maybe getting with them on that might help a little bit, but I wish I could do more. If you guys have run into that, help them out. Let them know down below. All right, we've got good luck hitting price match at Best Buy. I mean, they've done it for me a couple of times. Hasn't been all bad. I'll take a little sip here. It's a good smoothie. All right. Quantum. Oh, I already got that. We've got Quantum. Just bought a 48-inch C1 today. You said, where can I find the best settings for your recommendation for gaming and watching movies? And you said, thanks, bro. So after you join the channel membership, you go to the C1 playlist, and on the C1 playlist, you're going to find a few different settings. The first one I advise you start with are my Vivid version 2 settings. Almost every person that I have shown those settings to are in love with them, and they pick that over everything I've made after as the setting. So I think that's a good reference point. Outside of that, you can then start experimenting with the Game Optimizer one and some other different ones depending on what you'd need. We've got Jose. You said, how has Wano been on the LGC1? Yes, my One Piece family. God, I feel so alone out here, man. You know, it's like, here I am just in my little world, and I'm like, you know, I want some Wano Kuni, you know? Like, I love it. I really do. Wano has been great. I absolutely love it. Pacing is trash, though. Not gonna lie. Pacing is like, apparently March 20th is when they're animating episode 1000 in the manga, where Luffy, not gonna spoil it, does a round 2 with a particular villain. You know, and that's all I can say. I don't want to spoil anybody, but it's a really big event, and it's like, oh my god, that's the one we want animated, right? March 20th. I'm like, oh my god. It's so slow, the pacing. It's the worst, but yeah, man, I absolutely love it. Absolutely. The Cuban Sandwich. What's going on? I appreciate your donation of $10. You help the channel be independent and do what we do here, so thank you for that. We're going to give you your all-star right here. See if I can get it lined up properly. I struggle greatly with this. Oh, there it is. Wait, we got you. There you go, the Cuban Sandwich. I appreciate you, man, and all of you guys tonight. Thank you so much. And we've got another donation from Joel. Nate. I'm going to mess this up. I don't want to mess it up. I'm just going to say Joel Nate. I don't want to mess that up. I appreciate your donation of $5. And I love these sporty little animations with the good job. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That's so cool. I love when things like that happen. I really do. It's awesome. Now, the Cuban Sandwich asks a question. He says, got a 65-inch TCL 8 series looking at the C1. Should I wait for the C2 or wait one more year? If you've got a 65-inch TCL 8 series, I would say, honestly, this is probably going to be the better year to buy, but I can't, you know, I can't use like observation hockey, made a One Piece joke, right? Seeing into the future. For those who don't watch One Piece. And I don't know if they're going to come out with something crazy like, oh, we did 12 bits, screw 10-bit, you know? I don't know. So it's hard to say what the technology is going to look like. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it's hard to say. But I think you're already in a good spot with the TCL 8 series, but it could be better. Like the C2, for example, or even the C1. I don't know. It's hard. Me personally, what I would do, I'm on the market. I've already got a TV that gets super bright, good black levels, like a TCL Q825, I'm imagining. I mean, I would probably take a seat back, and I would wait until the C2 launched. I would buy the C2, test it out, see how it is. If I like it, if I'm not really impressed, then I'd probably take the step down to the C1. That would probably be my path for how I would go about it, because I think for where you are right now, you're in a very good spot. And we got to give, what do we got here? We got you on this all-star here, Joel. Forgot to put that out there. Let's show you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Watch me struggle. And we got it. Did we get it? Yeah, there we go. Kind of. Not really, sort of. Oh, it's so terrible. Almost. Kind of. I swear you're on there. I swear you're on there. It's like I gotta kill the light. There you go. There you go. It's like I gotta put something up. There you go. You're right there. You can just barely see your name on there, but you're there. I appreciate you, man. And all of you guys for dealing with the wonkiness of these shiny stars. I gotta find a better way, man. Gotta find a better way. All right, but we got more questions coming in from Mechanical Monkey, you said C2 is already on pre-order in the UK. John Lewis, 48-inch is 1,400 pounds. You said, which is like 1,600. Oh wow, that is a lot. $1,600 for a freaking 48-inch. God damn, that's crazy. So the 55-inch is going to be close to $2,000. Yeah, the C1 is definitely going to be $1,200, $1,300. I probably would do that. $2,000 for a 55-inch. What is going on, man? The world is going crazy with these prices. I don't know what to say about any of this. Now, we got Handicarp Mexican. What's going on, brother? Just seeing you there in the chat. He said, if you can, yes, and I appreciate you and Anonymous holding down the Discord. You know, guys, show them some love, man, because they really put on for the Discord and stuff like that. We've got, may I ask your thoughts on Samsung's 86-inch? I wouldn't do anything TU. That line I would stay away from entirely. We've got AK ain't it. Yeah, AK's not really it yet. By the way, One Piece Addict here too. You said, and man, the Demon Slayer is wild. Love anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, all that. Yes, all of it, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's one of my favorite things, and I love watching it on the C1, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, for me, I get so excited watching Jujutsu Kaisen and, you know, One Piece. They're killing me, by the way, because they teased us so dirty. They're like, Bleach is coming back. Late 2022. It's practically 2023. So I'm just sitting here watching all these other animes, waiting for my personal favorite to come back. I'm like, come on, Bleach, any day now. You know, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc is like all we've ever been waiting for, and that's getting animated, and the style is very clean. Though I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks a little on the like JoJo Bizarre Adventure kind of artwork style, mixed in with like, I don't know, kind of like a Seven Deadly Sins kind of look mixed together. It's a weird art style, but I'll watch it either way. It's Bleach, right? I mean, come on, it's Bleach. And then, of course, you have One Piece and stuff like that, which I love. I love One Piece. One Piece Wano arc all day. Demon Slayer, though, may I just say, they are holding down the anime community for 2022. Like, totally holding it down. I mean, that last episode, the animation on that, oh my god. On the C1, I was watching it like a kid. I'm telling you, it's like cavemen discovering fire for the first time. It was, mind-blowing stuff. Like, they have no budget. But then I'm not gonna lie, I get in my, like, adult mode. Like, I go from being, like, kid, you know, discovering TV for the first time to right back to stale, boring adult. And I'm like, wait a minute, but this budget's a little over the top for this animation style, which means they're probably still paying these people who animate this really low wages to be able to have a nearly infinite budget. Just thinking about that out loud, you know? Like, I mean, how else are you affording all this? Well, you're not paying the people more than pennies to the dollar. And that's kind of unfortunate because they are doing excellent work on that. So, I don't know. It makes you feel dirty, you know? But also, it looks good, so I don't know. It's a weird time. But yeah, anime, I see you. Alright, so we got Lou Sikova. What's going on, man? I thank you for your donation of $5 Canadian, I think that says. I really appreciate it. You said, I love your channel. You said, Brandon, best channel out there. I appreciate you, man. I don't know. I don't know what Brandon is. Only Brandon I know is there's like a Lesko in front of that, but I don't know any other kind of Brandon, bro. I don't, but I appreciate it. Good smoothie. Gotta say. Keep loving him. Alright. So I do appreciate you, man. I thank you for that. We've got Undone 14. You said I'm thinking good with this with my C9 and to see what the C3 brings. Yeah, I mean if you're happy with it, right? There's no point to rush. We've got oh man, SAO Alicization, best visualization or best visuals on Blu-ray. Bro, if you have the ability to get ordinal scale is the best, period. I'm gonna go on record saying this. The best, absolutely best animated anime content I have ever seen, ever. Sony did so good with that. Sony went in there with Aniplex and just totally threw down. And like every time I watch that movie, the colors pop in a way that like no other movie I have that's anime does. Anime usually targets a more washed out look. I don't like that. But this does everything perfectly. It's like everything's what it's supposed to be. If you have the time, definitely check it out. But I love Alicization. Like, oh my god, the Underworld Part 2 was like art. And everybody craps on SAO. They're like, they give it a bad rep. Some people say it's for emo kids, or other people say whatever. I don't care. I watch all animes. Anyone's welcome as long as they're good. You know what I mean? If you have if you want to get your heart broken, and you guys are like, whether you're into anime or not, this is one anyone can appreciate. If you're on Hulu, look up Your Lie in April and prepare to just, right there in the feels, right? It will make grown men cry. I guarantee you. It's a brutal, brutal anime. But yeah, most definitely. Now we got Lewis here. I got your name wrong again. Lou, I think, right? Yeah, Lou Sikova. We got you right here, buddy. Right here. I'm going to try to get it so I can show your name if ever I can stop struggling. There we go. There you are on the All-Star star. And you'll end up on the All-Star wall behind me. So I appreciate you, man. All right, so we've got more questions coming in from Left-Wing Lunatic. You said, I agree. Let's go, Brandon. You ain't going to get any complaints out of me. I'm just going to say, like, this isn't the platform for that. You say that on YouTube, I guarantee you, overnight, your comment will be scrubbed from the annals of time. You will be permabanned. They will fine you. They will send CIA to your home, crashing through your windows at 3 o'clock at night as you hug your favorite pillow. Okay? It's not the platform for that. But what I will say is that I can understand people's frustration. That's all I'll say. Now, we've got I'm going to mess that up. You said, came to say hi, man. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Arcane was cool, and I've never seen that one. I don't know what Arcane. I've never seen Arcane. You said, we got Vel. What's going on, Vel? You said, yeah, I love SAO2. You said, I'm watching the new season. You said, and rewatching Attack on Titan Season 4. Bro, don't do me like that. I'm so mad. I'm so mad with Attack on Titan. Everyone's excited about Attack on Titan. I'm just going to say it. If you watch Attack on Titan, I'm not insulting you. If you watch Attack on Titan, I'm going to not spoil, but I'm going to ruin something for you a little bit. To kind of put it in a perspective that you might not be looking at it. Like, so you guys, well, I guess I am going to kind of spoil it a little bit. If you haven't seen the latest episode, click off. Go. Don't watch this part. Mute me until I give you the thumbs up again. I'll give you the thumbs up when I'm done. Okay, so essentially, this new episode that they had out, where they basically had, you know, the founding Titan, the one lady that discovered it all. I forget her name, Elio or whatever her name is. Whatever. I don't keep up with their names. I just watch the show, right? The girl, the slave, really upset me because her whole life was nothing but badness. Bad news. She had nothing good from her. She was basically a slave, like a nice community girl that was like poor. Got invaded, okay? Got her tongue cut out. After getting her tongue cut out, then she was enslaved. After she was enslaved, then she was sold out by the community that she came from, hunted like a dog. After she was hunted like a dog, then she fell in this ditch, inherited the greatest power a human being in that situation could hope for, and still served the guy that did all that to her. She's the dumbest person on earth. She had like inhuman power and could crush anything, and chose to be his tool. And everybody says this because she doesn't know how to be happy and all that. And I'm like, she chose to literally have this man's children. She took his seed. He said it was a reward. And she allowed it? She didn't just, you know, like, what? What am I missing here? Like, I'm like, bro, that got me so heated. I'm like, why would you allow this? And in the end, you know how her loyalty was repaid? She jumped in front of a spear from somebody that got tired of the king, wanted to kill him, and freaking this idiot girl, literally jumps in front, and he says, get up. You won't die by a mere spear. He didn't care about her, right? Chops her body up and feeds it to their children to pass her powers down. That's how, bro. Why? She could have ended all that, man. I don't know. That whole story got me so heated. I was 10 out of 10 watching the whole thing. I mean, it's like, God, kind of catch a break with that show. So I hope Aaron just goes on a rampage and kills everybody. But after watching that episode, though, and kind of getting the full context, I kind of agree with Zeke more. The Eldians are definitely evil, because the Eldians was the tribe that invaded, and, you know, I forget the girl's name, the main girl that inherited, she's the one who took all that shit and made it what it is through being a tool for that evil Eldian king. So in the aspect that they shouldn't be able to reproduce, I agree. I think that that's something that, yeah, they should just kill the whole bloodline, because they're evil. They're evil. They're like, literally, it's like devil shit, devil powers. Like, they literally are like killing people and murdering and pillaging, and like, you gotta chop up the bodies and eat it and pass it down through your lineage. Like, what in the satanic ritual shit is this? Like, I was not with it. I was not happy. It made me so mad. Like, girl never had a happy moment. But I'll digress. If you're still watching at this point, I'll give you the thumbs up. You're good. No more spoilers. But yeah, oh my god, that episode though. That episode got me so heated. So yeah, back to the comments I go. But yeah, you guys get me on a little rant, man, with the Attack on Titan stuff. We've got Aaron. Only guy I trust for TVs. I appreciate that. We've got the life lesson is destroy the hand, destroy the hand that feeds the feeds and whips you. Basically, yeah. We've got I've got the Sony F99005. It's definitely a European model for sure. He said, is this good for now? I mean, I would upgrade that one for sure. I'd absolutely upgrade it. We've got had some dark stuff, yeah. KJ, you said Aaron did nothing wrong. I mean, I don't know, because he kind of, I don't want to spoil. I told people I was done spoiling, but I'm just saying, if he had the ability to do what I think he had the ability to do with the space-time continuum, is all I'll say, maybe he might be at fault, because maybe he could have saved his mother. I'll stop there. What's some good content to test out motion for the C1? You have Avengers Endgame Chapter 10, I believe. That's excellent to test out motion on. You have basically anything that pans, but my favorite being the Jason Bourne series of movies. Pick any one of them. My favorite being the 2016 one. You'll easily see a TV's grit with that motor chasing scene as they're going through the city and the riots are breaking out, fires breaking loose, and they cut to camera A, camera B, camera C, and they're doing all this crazy panning and transitioning. It's brutal on any TV, but you'll really see the bad ones stick out like a sore thumb, because it's just not going to be able to hold up at all. So, yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Love your room. I appreciate it, man. I most definitely try to make it nice and festive when I do these live streams and these videos, so I appreciate it, most definitely. And have a fun one. Remember the LG C6 3D? Yeah, I remember Passive 3D. It was really awesome. One of my favorite things. So at this point, I am going to wrap up, go spend some time with the family. But if I didn't answer your comments, make sure you guys, stop by the next one, Friday, 7 p.m. through 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do these live streams. We have fun. And again, I really appreciate everybody who donated, who came out, showed the love. We had fun. And we'll do it again. And we're going to continue these conversations and so on and so forth. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Got more things that we're going to be working on this week. My members, get with me in the VIP community tab and then ask me any questions you guys may have that I may have missed. And other than that, you guys have a safe and blessed night. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my smoothie. And until the next video, I want to thank you guys for watching the #1 Brand in Honesty. I'll see you guys later.